Nature. Two gorillas by the water. Two jumping parrots. Two giraffes. Who is jumping?
Question 2.
Who wasn't there?
Question 3.
Who was by the water? Womp womp.
Right here. Make them fly. Well, yes. Remove.
Frog.
For science. Shoot. Just like that. Have to. Better hurry. Drink up. No worries. Look closely.
Okay. Panda, penguin, zebra.
Who's not there?
Cat.
Thought so. Hi. Stop. Just like that. Beep beep. Scare snakes. Impressed? Set free. Ready. Rev it up. Cross. Welcome to park. I'm right here. Crack. What a win! For science! Shoo! High note. Beep beep. Feed. With style. Remember.
5 lions holding meat. 5 jumping zebras. 2 parrots holding apples.
Question 1.
Okay, who was in a pair?
Question 2.
Who was jumping?
Question 3.
Who wasn't there? Shit.
Safety goggles on. Remove.
Squid.
Just like that. Collect. What a twist. Hi. Feed. Yes. I'm right here. Cover.
Yes.
Quick work. Chow. Flip. Looking good. Let's fly. Break.
Wow.
Scare snakes. Stop. Yes. Look closely.
Okay, rabbit, cat, panda.
Who's there?
Rabbit.
Ready. Clear skies. Impressed? Let's fly. Dodge. Acceptable. Chow. Shoo. Ha. Cool. Adjective.
to this.
Remember,
5 elephants. 5 jumping zebras. 5 flamingos holding apples. Flamingos.
question 1.
Who was jumping?
Question 2.
Who had food?
Question 3.
Okay. Who wasn't there?
Still got it.
If I have a problem, don't know which way to go, I think and think and think and think. And suddenly I know. Think, think.
Oh my. Beep beep. Run it out. Shoot. Hi. Make them fly. Brain power is a must. Free. Ready. Collect. Ready. Bark. Feed. Works for me. For science. Increase velocity. Set free. Just like that. Clear skies. Break.
Wop wop.
Drink up. Reunite. So easy. Happy to. Better hurry. Feed.
Wop wop.
Cross.
Wop wop.
Here. Dodge. So proud. Roll them up. For science. Ooh, a test. Remember,
Okay. 2 jumping zebras. 5 parrots holding apples. 5 elephants.
question 1.
Who was jumping?
Question 2.
Who wasn't there?
Question 3.
Who had food? Womp womp! 67. Back.